can definitely see Noor Ahmed playing in that 11. This team is looking to compete at the highest level. Pakistan wickets are also, especially in ODIs, is win the toss and opt to bat. So 100%, I will say I will go for England only, as I said, because England are even currently struggling against Indian spin bowling right now.
Who are your two teams that make it to the semis?
Australia and Afghanistan will go through.
We're moving on to the next team, and it's the Men in Blue, a team that is making their debut in the Champions Trophy 2025. I have Jian with me. Jian, welcome to the show. Is the Afghanistan side, and I'll directly go on to the question about this team who have been on song and very dangerous in the past 2 years. Can they upset a few teams this season?
See, upset, I will not say the word upset over here, because as I always say, this team from 2015 World Cup, as they have stepped up big time, started they had started taking up teams like West Indies, South Africa. They started competing India. They have won matches against Australia, Sri Lanka, etc. So and reaching this, they reached the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. Obviously, the result they were not looking for. I mean, it was completely one-sided game for South Africa, but reaching to that level, beating the mighty Australians to reach the semi-finals is something major to look at. Then in 2016, if I can recollect, where West Indies had won the World Cup, they had defeated the mighty West Indies as well.
Correct, yeah.
And so these things have to be tick marked. They have since they have got the test status, they have started competing against teams. They have started winning things, and now they have started to dominate formats. So this team is looking to compete at the highest level. I will not say this is an underdog team anymore. This is a team which can look to if another team like a Sri Lanka. I mean, they have come over a team like Sri Lanka or a West Indies over here. So this
That's
really puts some bench. It's a massive progress for them, and I will not say surprises, but yes, I can literally see them beating any side over here actually.
Absolutely, any side, because of the conditions. We'll come in depth about that. But we talk about the squad overall, and just like you said before as well, behind the scenes, that Naveen-ul-Haq has retired from one day international. That could be a little bit setback for Afghanistan, keeping in mind their balance, especially in the bowling department. But this side looks very experienced with the likes of Shahidi is there, Ibrahim Zadran, Rehmat Shah, you have Nabi, Gulbadim Naid, Rashid Khan, so many experienced players. But starting with the skipper himself, Hasmudullah Shahidi, vast experience, 2,375 runs, the strike rate, which is the only striking point. Strike rate of 67 in one-day international is a very, very good leader. But is that the only concern for Afghanistan? Strike rate, he bats either number 3 or 4, but of 67 strike rate in a one-day format, not good enough.
See, I'll tell you, this is not really a concern, because Gurbaz, again, an wicket-keeping opener, he gives those blistering starts. We have seen what he has done for Afghanistan over the years, giving them that start, giving them that run rate, scoring over 100 strike rate even in the T20 World Cup which went, and even in the ODIs, he keeps rotating strikes. He scores 50, 60 good runs, builds up a partnership. So I think this guy is then Rehmat Shah, another middle order batter. He can play actually from number 4 to number 7. Anywhere he can play,
Yeah.
and in anywhere he's not he's not a very explosive player, but he again can build a partnership with any player when it is needed. Experience of Mohammad Nabi, everyone knows what kind of a player he is. I mean, you don't really need to recruit an absolute legend of the format, and they have good batting. I mean, Azmatullah Omarzai can bat, Gulbatin Naib can bat. They have a good batting depth as well. So I think somewhere they need to fire. I can say a few they need to tick mark their boxes is where in the middle order, because middle order, when you see if they have a 120 run partnership at the opening, if one crumbles, they start crumbling too quickly. Like maybe they can go at like 120 for no loss till 130 for 3 or 4. So that middle order has to be tick mark, and the way they finish the innings has to be crucial over here in terms of batting.
Absolutely. They have to look into that middle order department. As you rightly said, we discuss about the departments as the show progresses. But you said about Hasmudullah Shahidi, what he progresses, brings to the table. You said about Rehmat Shah, Rehmanullah Gurbaz. But I must tell you, there is a very, very talented youngster in the making at the top of the order for Afghanistan. Sadiqullah Atal. Very talented, I must say. 230 runs so far in one-day international with a strike rate of 83. He's the left-hander at the top of the order. Potentially, you can look into him as your opening partner of Rehmanullah Gurbaz, probably. Is he the reason behind maybe Ibrahim Zadran as a competition in the side?
See, definitely left and right hand combination at the top always, is the first priority over here. And I will like to highlight Afghanistan have played a lot of ODIs and T20s in UAE conditions as well.
Mhm.
So this is going to be very crucial as to if whenever they play India in UAE, or if they qualify for the semi-finals, they get the I will not say the upper hand, but they have that benefit of doubt. I mean, they have played more games over there than India themselves, so it is going to be a tough, challenging thing, and obviously similar conditions in Pakistan as well. I will not say too similar, but yeah, quite similar conditions. So it is going to be very crucial because see, Pakistan wickets are also, especially in ODIs, is win the toss and opt to bat. So it is going to be really really crucial for such a talented young player to showcase his talent over no better stage than
Very
Champions
talented player.
Trophy.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Very talented player. And if he gets going with the likes of Raymond Gurbaz at the top of the order, exactly what you mentioned, the blistering start with Afghanistan can provide and set the template for the middle order. They can produce that. But then we move on to Rahmat Shah, so experienced but has 970 runs. Then you move on to Gulbuddin Naim, Azmatullah Omarzai. I think he's the all rounder that could be pivotal for this side because it gives you the balance alongside the president Mohammad Nabi. Your thoughts on these two players, how important they are in the middle order for Afghanistan?
See, number six and number seven players. I mean, number six, number seven, number eight. These three, especially the middle order, lower middle order, and lower middle order, is always very important because this is a phase where the innings is decided exactly like where you are wanting to get. Either you can get all out below 200, or you can post a very good total on board to defend that total. So as I said, they need to highlight and tick mark their middle order players, and no better players than Omar Zai and especially Mohammad Nabi to add
Correct.
those finishing touches. And with, if not Rashid Khan, obviously we know what he can do with the bat as well. Absolute
Correct.
explosive. I will say the word explosive over here because he is an explosive batter when it comes to adding those runs at the depth of overs. So this is a good opportunity for a team like Afghanistan to showcase their batting here and tick mark their batting because their bowling I don't feel is a concern at all. I mean, not much of a concern.
Absolutely. Especially the spinners, I must tell you, they are deadly to be honest. And we'll come to that. We said about Rashid Khan as well with the bat, with the ball, with the fielding as well. And he's the T20 captain. So with the leadership alongside Shahidi and also Mohammad Nabi, the leadership group is very, very good for Afghanistan. It's just that as a unit, whether they can perform or not is the concern. But if you move on to now the spinners, which is deadly, I must say. No Mujib in the ODI format once again for Afghanistan. But they have got Noor Ahmed, who has 9 ODI wickets.
See, this is where you just said that there is no Mujib. I mean, imagine the quality and the strength of spin they have that they didn't even accommodate Mujibul Rahman in the squad. They have Rashid and Noor. I mean, obviously, Noor is exactly a mirror version of Rashid when it
Absolutely,
comes
yeah.
to bowling. Exactly the same, action he has. It is just, you can say, you put a mirror in front of Rashid and then you can see Noor Ahmed bowling there. So the
And what a
combination is there.
T20 is having, despite his team not performing well. What a bowling performance he's doing.
Absolutely. And even, Mohammad Nabi, I mean, this bowler can bowl at any point of time. You can give him the bowling at now, like the first over of the game, and he can bowl the last over of the game. Very economical bowler, gets you wickets also, doesn't give away too many runs. They have plenty of options in terms of spin, and spin is going to be very, very crucial in this Champions Trophy, especially against a side like England and Australia, especially. Even especially, I can say highlighting England, who are vulnerable to spin bowling. So
Absolutely,
it
yeah.
is going to be very, very, very difficult for these teams to read Rashid and Noor, especially. So
You said
these
about
because
England is very
one is a
yeah.
leggy, one is a Chinaman bowler. So they bring out different variations in bowling. So it is quality spin bowling.
You said about England is very vulnerable about spin. I just wanted to know the weather conditions at Pakistan. Is there any smog in Pakistan? But yes, you talk about the quality of spin. If you move on to the Pacers, I think Fazal Faruqi will lead the seam bowling attack for Afghanistan. 50 ODI wickets to his name. Farid Amit Malik, another left-arm seamer, he's there with 25 ODI wickets. He could be the second seamer for Afghanistan. Also, they have got Naveed Zadran, a very talented guy, recently played for Afghanistan, made his debut, 3 wickets to his name. Brings in the right hand or seamer attack as well alongside Omar Zai. Your thoughts on the bowling unit, especially the Pacers? Is that the only weakness you're finding in this Afghanistan side?
See, two left arm pacers, right? Two left arm pacers,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, Fazlak Faruqi and
And Farid Ali Malik.
Farid Ali Malik. So the thing is, see, left arm pacers in UAE and Pakistan are very, very handy. You've seen what Shaheen Shah Afridi has done over the years in Pakistan, especially in UAE conditions. Then left arm pacers are always going to be crucial because you see, even Arshdeep Singh in the Asia Cup 2000. No, not Arshdeep Singh. I can't recollect the name, but I can't recollect the name of that left arm player. Uh,
From which country?
it's from 2018. It was our play. I think Barinder Saran. It was
Yeah,
Barinder
but in the
Saran.
Sun played on the
Barinder Saran. I don't know if
Maldives.
he was in the 2018 Asia Cup, which happened in UAE. But again a very crucial bowler. Mohammad Amir had played quite a few matches in UAE. Again, produced a lot of wickets. So left arm pacers in UAE is going to create a havoc because we all saw what happened in 21 T20 World Cup India Pakistan when Afridi had ripped the top order of our Indian batting.
Mhm.
So these left arm paces is going to be a big thing in both these conditions, especially in Pakistan and as well as UAE. So yeah,
So
Faruqi has
UAE
good
will
pace,
be the
good,
secondary concern for Afghanistan because they're playing their matches at Pakistan. But yes, you said about
but
left
they,
arm
they will be
pacers.
playing India. And as I said, if they play India in the group, like they will be playing if they play India in the semi-finals. You never know.
Yeah,
These
then
players could come
anything can
handy.
happen.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah,
absolutely.
100% agree. Yeah, that's where they will come, and they have got with three reserve players as well: Darvish Rasoli, Nagyal Karoti, and then you have Bilal Sami. So they have gone with a good side. They've played 18 players, and they have gone to the Champions Trophy squad. So talking about the fixtures of this side, you said about that. Group B is where they stand. They're talking about the fixtures now for Afghanistan in terms of Group B. They're starting with South Africa and they're playing at Karachi, then going back to Lahore to face Afghanistan, England, and then Australia. Three massive fixtures, but as you rightly said before as well, you cannot take Afghanistan lightly. What's your take on these three games? Is which is the game they can formidably get 2 points from this one? Is it England?
100%. I will say I will go for England only, as I said, because England are even currently struggling against Indian spin bowling right now. Despite their recent victory against India, but that was because of their batting performances. But I feel other than that, bowling performances. But other than that, as batting is concerned, England is very vulnerable to spin. If you remember the 23 World Cup also, where the game Kuldeep Yadav had created a havoc,
Mhm.
and Lucknow, and with that spin bowling, and even Jadeja had slowed them down, and India defended a very mere total of hardly 225 odd runs. So if you see the spin control is always a concern for this England side, and England right now
Correct.
are in that transition period. So it is really difficult for them to handle their transition as well as play that spin bowling. But I think Afghanistan, I will say, has an edge over here, and I can say even against South Africa, you never know what can happen. I
Wow.
mean, any game, or even they will go with their heads and tails up also against Australia because they considering they
They
beat them in the
almost did that
T20.
again at Wankhede.
They did that at Wankhede. They beat Australia in the T20 World Cup also in that game, all important kind of a quarter-final game. So they will have their heads and tails up definitely. But yeah, of course, it's the Australians after all. But still, yeah, they have nothing to lose here.
Absolutely, they have nothing to lose, but they can absolutely make it to the semis. We'll come to that discussion as the show progresses. But my top players to watch out for from this Afghanistan side is Rehmanullah Gurbaz, the President Mohammad Nabi, Rashid Khan, Azmatullah Omar. Anything different from your end?
I'll add Noor Ahmed over here. Again, as I said, Chinaman bowlers are something that, they are not too many in numbers. They bring the extra variations. There is an extra combination of spin bowling over here. So, I will add this guy, and because he also is a player, who can trouble the batters who are very vulnerable to spin bowling. So, and
Yeah,
it could be a tricky way to, play him out for his 10 overs. So, I
absolutely.
am
Could
really,
be,
really
but
excited to see him.
absolutely, but could be. But here is my question to you. You said about Noor Ahmed being a player to watch out for, which means he's certain in your 11. Here is my predicted playing 11. Then the discussion continues. My predicted playing 11 for Afghanistan. I've gone with Rehmanullah Gurbaz and Sadiqullah Atal as my openers. Rehmat Shah at number 3. Hazmullah Shahidi at number 4. Omar Zai at 5, Gulbuddin Naib at 6, and Mohammad Nabi at number 7, Rashid Khan at number 8. Such a deep batting unit. Then I go with Naveed Zadran, and you have Fazal Haq Faruqi are the remaining three. Three spinners, three pacers. What is your thoughts?
Now that is depending on whom they play, and maybe if there is an England side, they could go with, I will say,
Maybe
three
four
frontline spinners.
spinners?
And absolutely, because I don't see it is. It all depends how many overs Mohammad Nabi has been bowling over here, because he will be more handy in batting, which where I am concerned. And here I don't see Nabi bowling all the 10 overs. If required, maybe if he gets some 3-4 wickets inside his 4-5 overs, then I will say yes, you can give him the bowling. But yeah, I can definitely see Noor Ahmed playing in that 11. Then
So you're saying definitely Noor Ahmed plays in 11. Time for predictions time now. Group B, Jihan. It's South Africa, England, Australia, and Afghanistan who are the four teams that are playing. Who are your two teams that make it to the semis?
Australia and Afghanistan will go through.
Australia and Afghanistan, and I'm repeating this time and time again. You're not the only person, but so far, whoever has done for Group B has constantly said no baseball.
No, I don't see them qualifying at all. In fact, I see England last in that group. Just saying that. Yeah.
England last in that group. That is also possible because of the spinning tracks. And we've said this before, they're in transition phase, but the quality they have in this side, you cannot always say they are in transition phase, to be honest. So Afghanistan and Australia are the two teams you're saying from Group B that are making to the semis. What a wonderful two teams here. Thank you so much, Gian. Thank you to all the viewers watching this video. It's Afghanistan squad analysis done and dusted for the Champions Trophy 2025. They are making their debut. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fifth Umpire. Press the bell icon as well. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.